So my question is mostly for Jon, but for all of you. What was it like to get the call that you were going to be in Transformers?
Well, I promise this is not bragging, and no offense to these. I don't even know how these guys got the auditions, but they actually got nobody always asks, like, hey, they're doing Transformers auditions. I've auditioned for Transformers, other things before. I've auditioned for Robots in Disguise and some other things. But this one, they actually contacted me and said, we want you to be Optimus Prime. I didn't have to audition. They just said, we want you to be Optimus Prime. And I'm like, my initial reaction was absolutely not if Peter Cullen has anything to do with it at all. If he's even remotely interested, then count me out, because I'm not going to take another job from another actor who's already been doing the voice. That's just not how, I wouldn't want somebody to take my job, you know. So there's like, no, we're doing an all different cast. Most of the original actors, most of the characters are fairly new. They don't even have voices yet, things like that. And I'm like, as long as that's the way they're doing it, then that's fine. But if you know, I've had auditions for Steve Bloom's characters before, for John DiMaggio's characters before, and instead of doing them, I contact them and say, hey, they're trying to bump you off for somebody who probably could do it cheaper. So we try to stick up. That's what the whole union strike thing that's going on right now, literally. Yeah. We try to stick up for each other and watch each other's backs. So, but yeah, the initial call was shock and awe, and then like, not if I'm going to be taking another actor's job. And then once I found out that wasn't the case, I was like, if anybody's ever seen the behind-the-scenes footage of Samuel L. Jackson sitting next to the Yoda puppet and he can't quit smiling, that was me.
No. Thank you. The way that I got my the call for this was that Aaron Schonka, one of the guys who's in with Machinima, he does like the Superpower Beatdown show and a lot of stuff for Bat in the Sun. I do a lot of ADR work for them, like I voiced the Joker for them and Iron Man and a bunch of different characters in their Superpower Beatdown show. And so he was asked to pull together some of the voice actors that they use in that show and see if any of them wanted to audition for this Transformer show, which was at that point like told to me like it was super up in the air. So they just said, they didn't say they wanted me for Megatron or anything like that. They wanted me for just send in some auditions. And so I ended up auditioning for Starscream, Megatron, and all these other characters. And then I got a call a bit later and they told me, like, you're in. I'm like, cool, who am I? They're like, we can't tell you. Cool.
I'm curious now what your Starscream sounds like, though.
Yeah.
What would your Frank have sounded like?
my impression of Frank, or my impression of Starscream. Well, I'm not going to do it here. Hold on.
That sounds just like me, actually. I'm from New York.
Yeah, it's just that's it. Yeah. No. So then eventually I did get the confirmation that I was Megatron, and I was just like, thank you. Awesome. What did I do for that? And then you have to kind of go back and make sure that, okay, I did that and sort of stuff. So that's how I got it. I got it from Aaron, who then put me in contact with Machinima and everything.
Me. Well, I met some of I met the showrunner, Eric Calderon, first of all. If you guys don't mind giving him a huge round of applause right now.
Yeah.
He is the mastermind
the showrunner
behind this entire thing. George, the Mystic Christic, also on that team. FJ DeSanto, just amazing minds. Mm-hmm. But we'd met at a trade event about a year prior. And around the time they started getting auditions, they just, honestly, for me, it was just a straight audition. I sent something in. I sent way too many variations, probably, of Starscream. And I actually auditioned for Megatron, too. Very different take. Lord, he is Megatron. Lord Jazor is Lord Megatron. But yeah, they recorded on a Wednesday. And on that Monday, I get a call. Like I said before, I'm from New York. So I'm in a Stop and Shop in the middle of Forest Hills, Queens. And I get a call from him saying, hey, we like your Starscream. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like, there's this giant Venn diagram where I'm a Transformers fan, and then voice actor for God knows how long. And in the intersection is a tiny 7-year-old me doing backflips on my inside. So I go outside, and I'm next to a dumpster, and the recycling bin is over there. And I'm talking to this guy who's producing Transformers, and he's like, okay, well, we like the Starscream with the G1, but we don't know what we're going for, so we were thinking of Varys from Game of Thrones. And what would it sound like if you melded those two, and that I did it? And we just kept going back and forth. Well, what about this? And I did it. We can bring it here, did it. He gets somebody else on the phone, FJ actually, and walked me through everything again. We started with this, blah, 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 blah. And bottom line, I got the gig. So I mean, there's this one corner in my neighborhood in Queens where I'm actually Spider-Man, and where I just, every time I walk by, they're like, that's the point. That's the point. And the next day, I booked a ticket, or that night I booked a ticket, flew out the next day, and recorded the day after that. So it's a lot faster process.
That's a quick
for you guys.
turnaround.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And I could have just transformed and flew out there, but I wasn't thinking.
No layovers.
Thank you.